5:40 in the morning. We spent about 10 minutes trying to get a taxi. Uber said it was $21, then doubled the price. And it was saying $60 to get to the airport. But Ella was able to suss out the first problem of the holiday of getting a DD taxi ride for $21. Huh?
It's like an art.
It goes out and goes over the.
It's been a while. Do I look different? Do I sound different? I feel different. I am now 30.
Happy birthday, dear Adrian. Happy birthday to you.
Feels like in your 30s you're meant to have everything worked out. Career, mortgage, marriage, kids, whatever that is, you're meant to have it all mapped out and planned. And that couldn't be further from the truth.
Our flight's delayed by an hour. But yesterday we got a text. We're meant to do like a hot air balloon ride. Ella had it all organised for my birthday.
Well, it was an engagement gift.
It was an engagement gift that we're going to use up. But yesterday we got a text saying that it was cancelled. So we don't know if we can rebook it or not. We're going to find out today. So we're waiting here on this porch outside our Airbnb. We're waiting here on this porch waiting for our Airbnb to open up its doors at 3 o'clock. It's now 11 o'clock, so we've decided to hire bikes and they're getting delivered to us. But Dan, the guy hiring us, Dan the bike man, doesn't work in the rain. So he can't get the bikes to us until the rain stops, and at the minute the rain is in full flow. This is the new whip for the weekend.
When I look back at my 20s and I had to make a plan, whether it was career, jobs, holidays, nothing ever went to plan. And that's kind of the same with this holiday to Byron. We had the hot air balloon booked on the Sunday. They moved it to the Monday because of the weather, and our one thing that we had to book was an Uber. We booked the Uber, but they didn't pick up. So we had to work it out and we resorted to the next best thing.
4:10 in the morning. We're getting ready to go to the hot air balloon this morning, but we have to cycle there. It's like a half an hour cycle. We don't know if it's up, down, left, right. We don't even have lights for a bike. And it's like pitch black out. We're so tired. Our eyes are so bloodshot. We're just out of bed. We're just hoping the cycle's flat. Show us the light for your bike. This is just your phone. You've got a great light situation.
Oh, is it this left or this left?
No, it's up here. This is the last 10 minutes of the cycle. Nothing but black ahead of us. Ella's got the way sorted. Yeah. Made it safe. Yeah.
On our little bikes at 4:30 in the morning, we had to cycle like 30 minutes outside of Byron where they picked us up to go hot air ballooning. And the first thing I noticed when they picked us up and they were taking us to the hot air balloon is that they embody this concept of just working it out.
So we've drove to a field in the middle of nowhere, about half an hour from where we cycled to.
God, this is giving me flashbacks of potato picking, waking up in the dark, going into a wet field and having to get down and pick spuds.
Anyway, the basket is in the middle, on the back of a trailer. And I don't know how they get it off. Everyone must take a side and just lift it out in the middle of the field. It's the most makeshift operation I think we've ever been.
So when I do call your board, all you need to do is put one foot in, the other foot in, and come on in. You can also roll in head first, but that's not the best way to do it. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
You don't trust them?
Shut up. Don't say it. Why do you say it?
What did you say?
I whispered words.
Okay, there's the bus.
Part of this experience was helping them work it out. And in a field in the middle of nowhere, we had to like help them fill up the hot air balloon. Once I had everything set up, there was that moment when they were filling up the hot air in the balloon and they were putting in the final puffs and the basket just started to float like it was magic, and there was this silence, and then you realised that you were floating in midair.
Bit of movement. Bit of movement. So hot.
If you're a hot air balloon novice, like I am, is that you can't actually steer a hot air balloon, and the way a hot air balloon moves is completely determined by wind direction. And how they determine the wind direction is they fill up a helium balloon in the middle of a field and they let it go, and they see how far that helium balloon falls off vertical, and that determines the wind speed and the wind direction. This isn't the most accurate way of determining the wind speed and wind direction. And there was a stage when we were floating down to land, and I was looking down and I could see that the trajectory of the air balloon just wasn't quite going to hit the field.
We landed in the creek.
I'm glad I wear my teeth is and you go here like cleaning.
Oh no. The water's coming through the basket.
Anyone else do any more?
We landed in a river and they just had to like work it out. They had to work out how they were going to get us out of this river. And what they did was hooked a rope onto the basket. They had to inflate the balloon until we floated, and two guys had to pull us into the middle of the field so they can land us down.
Wait till we get up a little bit, and then we get down.
It was an incredible, true hot air balloon experience, and I loved it. It was amazing. But there's one thing that I took away from that hot air balloon experience out of everything. The guys just worked it out as they went. And at this stage in my life, I've just turned 30. I've started freelancing. I don't know where that career is going to take me. I'm getting married in a year and a half, and I'm just trying to work it out. But the truth is, no one has it worked out. I don't have it worked out in my 20s, I don't have it worked out in my 30s, and I certainly won't have it worked out in my 40s, in my 50s, and my 60s. But just like the hot air balloonists, they don't have it worked out, and sometimes you just gotta fill your hot air balloon with hot air and see what direction the wind takes you. And just know that you're aiming for some sort of field. And you might go off in the wrong direction, you might end up in a river, but just know someone will be there to like pull you out and take you in the right direction. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.